Google has just released their latest version of Gemini 2.0 Flash, and this is a truly multimodal AI model, which means not only can it understand and output text, but it can also do the same for images, videos, and audios. And the best part is that you can use it right now for free for unlimited times in Google AI Studio. So let's go ahead and check it out together. If you're new to the channel, let me go ahead and tell you that I've already created a detailed video on the Gemini 2.0 Flash model, testing out its all the different features. So don't forget to check it out too. But this week, Google have released a newer version of Gemini 2.0 Flash with native image generation. In other words, this one has the ability to edit and generate images which was not available before. So that's exactly what we are going to go over today. So I'm going to show you all the cool things that you can do with it. So let's jump right into it. Firstly, you have to go to the Google AI Studio. And from the right side under the model, you have to select the Gemini 2.0 Flash Experimental and make sure that there is this new tag beside it. After selecting the model, next thing is to select the output format, and here instead of text, make sure you select images and text both. And that's about it. Now we are all set to test out its image generation capabilities. So firstly, I'm gonna go ahead and upload an image. This image is actually a sideway image of a girl working on the laptop. So in order to test out this model, I'm gonna ask it to make a front view of this image, and let's see how it responds. And with a lightning fast speed, it has generated this image, which is indeed the front view of this image. And let's look at the details. You can see that in this image, the hair is tucked behind the ear from one side, and the same is being depicted in this newly generated front view of the image. Moreover, in the previous image, there was a pen, a coffee cup, and a marker were beside the laptop. And in the newly generated image, you can see that all three of those items are also present. That's really cool. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and upload another image. So I'm gonna click on this plus icon and upload the image. This is actually an image of a woman which is standing in front of the Eiffel Tower, but you can see that there is a large number of people in the background. So let's try removing all of these people. For that, I'm gonna say remove the people in the background. Let's run it. And you can see that it magically removed everyone from the background. And with the Photoshop, you need to spend at least a few minutes erasing everyone manually. But with this AI, you just prompted and it would figure it out for you in literally seconds. That's really insane and extremely useful for the people who don't know how to use Photoshop and want to make these slight changes to their images. Let's try another use case. For that, I'm gonna upload a black and white image. It is basically an image of a scenic view, which is in black and white. So let's try and colorize it. For that, I'm gonna simply ask it, colorize this photo. Once you hit enter, you will see that in just 7 seconds, it colorized this black and white photo into this amazing image with beautiful colors depicting the real beauty of the scenic view. I mean, just look at the result of the colors it generated. That is absolutely insane, and you can see that we no longer need the Photoshop. Okay, so let's play around with it more. Now I want to see how this image will look like in the night view. For that, I'm gonna ask it to turn this into nighttime with Milky Way in the sky, and let's see how it generates the image. Oh my god, this is absolutely insane. Look at the image it generated. This is absolute madness. How easy it is to edit photos. You can see that with this tool, we no longer need Photoshop. This is just way too easy for any layman who want to generate image or edit their images in any way. Wow, I am blown away by this. And the best part is that if you want to download an image, you can simply click on this download button right here and the image will be downloaded for you. So you can see that we went from this to this night view in absolutely no time with just a single prompt. And that's not it. Gemini not only is extremely good at generating all types of images, but it can also generate images with correct text, which all the other previous image generators can't really do. So I'm gonna test it out now. So now I'm gonna provide the prompt to generate realistic image of a brick wall with vibrant street art featuring the words "Stay creative" in bold, colorful graffiti. The ground is slightly wet, reflecting the neon colors, and a skateboard leans against the wall. Let's see if it is able to generate this image with the text or not. And yes, you can see that in just 4 seconds, it has created an image which matches our description exactly. And the text is also absolutely correct with all the letters in the right place. So that's an amazing feature which no other LLM or no other image generator was able to do. Even DALL-E and some other image generators also failed to enter the text in the image correctly. So this was an example of having an English language text in the background. So let's try it out with some other language. This time I'm gonna ask it to insert a text in the Urdu language inside the image. For that, I'm gonna provided the prompt to make a realistic photo of a diary front cover placed on the table with the text हमेशा देर कर देता हूँ मैं, and let's see if it is able to incorporate Urdu language in the image or not. Wow, this is insane. You can see that we have a diary on the table with the text as the title on the front cover of the book. Wow, that's great. So after viewing that, the Gemini 2.0 Flash experimental model is able to incorporate text in the images and is able to generate different types of images as well. So this makes me think whether it is able to generate different types of invitation cards with the images and the text both. So let's go ahead and try it out. So I'm going to create a new prompt and I wanted to generate an invitation card for a birthday party. For that, I'm going to provide it the prompt that says, make an invitation card design for first birthday party of Mary, Jan 16, 2026. Venue is the ABC lawn and you are invited. Let's see if it is able to generate an invitation card with the text or not. Okay, so in just 4.5 seconds, it has generated this beautiful invitation card for us. You can see that we have first birthday party with the name Mary. Here is the date, here is the venue, and you are invited. So you can see that it has incorporated text and image both in order to provide us the output for our prompt. That's really great. Similarly, you can generate invitation cards for different parties or for different wedding invitations too. So this was a very simple card because we only asked it to generate a card with the text. But if we want it to generate a card of a particular design or incorporate some particular characters, let's say we have a princess themed birthday and we want to have Disney princesses on the card. Let's see if it is able to generate a card like that or not. For that, I'm going to provide it the prompt to generate a design for a birthday card with beautiful Disney princesses. The text should be large and say happy birthday, and this is all the text that should be present on the card. Let's see if it is able to generate that or not. Wow. You can see that in just 4.7 seconds, it has generated this card which has all the Disney princesses just like we asked it to, and the happy birthday is in the bold text, and all the other text which we asked it to enter is inside this card, and everything about the text is absolutely correct. I'm pretty amazed by this model of how much capable it is to generate different types of images according to the prompt that we asked it to generate. And seeing this makes me wonder that since it is able to generate different types of cards on the basis of the textual prompt we provide to it, that means that it must be able to replicate certain design and generate the image according to it. This means that this model might outperform Canva because it has different types of paid and free templates. So if you want to replicate any of these templates, some of which might be paid, so you can easily copy the image, paste it inside the Google AI Studio and then ask the model to generate it. So let's go ahead and try it out. I'm going to create a new prompt. I'm going to upload the image of a birthday invitation card. So here is the birthday card, and for the prompt, I'm going to ask it that in this card design, replace the name with Mary and change the date to 16 January, venue to ABC Cafe. And let's go ahead and run this. Wow, in just a few seconds, it has replicated the card and has made the changes that we asked it to. You can see that here, instead of the name, it has changed it to Mary's birthday. Here is the updated date, and here is the updated venue, and everything else is exactly like the card which we provided it to. So this means that it might even kill Canva, where you still need to manually do multiple steps and enter in the text yourself. It's just way to work. So with AI Studio, you just need to prompt it and it'll generate the entire design for you in just a few seconds. That too with the text added according to your choice. Another cool feature of this model is that using this, you can not only generate one image at a time, but because this is multi-modal, you can chat with it like a chatbot and get it to output both text and images at the same time. So let's try it out. For that, I'm going to provide it the prompt that says, give me a recipe of making the chocolate chip muffins and include images with each step. And you can see that it has started generating the response. So firstly, it has provided us the ingredients for the chocolate chip muffins. It says that it yields approximately 12 delicious muffins. Then there is the list of the equipments we need, and the step 1 is to preheat the oven and prepare the muffin tray. It says that preheat your oven and line the 12-cup muffin tin with the paper on silicone liners, and they have also provided the image of how you can do that. Then the next step is to whisk the dry ingredients. For that, it has also provided us an image of how it should look like once you would mix all the dry ingredients. We have the whisk wet ingredients. So now it is showing that in a separate bowl, it is whisking all the wet ingredients together. Now it is combining the wet and dry ingredients, and this is how the mixture should look like. Next step is to fold in the chocolate chips. This is how it should look. And then you need to fill the muffin cups and then bake the muffins for 18 to 22 minutes. Cool the muffins on the tray. And this is how your delicious homemade muffins will be ready. So this has made baking even easier for a layman who can now get all the images of each step along with the written recipe too. Another cool use case for this amazing feature is to create different types of visual storyboards. So I'm going to try out making one. I'm going to say write a visual storyboard about the classic story Rapunzel depicted by the movie Tangled and include the images too. And you can see that it has started generating the storyboard. And in just a few seconds, it has generated this visual storyboard for us. You can see that the characters in the image are pretty much similar to the characters which were being shown inside the Tangled movie. You can see we have the Flynn Rider and the Rapunzel. Here they are showing different panels along with the captions and a visual representation of the scene. Wow, that's amazing. So in this way, you can generate a visual storyboard for any story that you want by simply providing it a prompt. Now I'm gonna try playing around with it some more. For that, I'm gonna ask it to create a realistic diagram of the human heart and label all the different parts. And you can see that in about 4.8 seconds, it has generated the image of the human heart. But if you take a closer look, you can see that all the labeling is just gibberish. None of this makes any sense. So this is where the model actually fails. Although it is not entirely failed because it successfully generated the image, but the labeling is absolutely meaningless. Let's try another example. So I'm gonna upload an image. It is actually an image of Leonardo da Vinci, and I'm gonna ask it to create a realistic version of this image. Also provide the details of the person in the image. Wow, within no time it has generated this image which is pretty much similar to the provided image and is quite realistic as well. And in addition to providing the image, it has also provided us the details of the image just like we asked it to. So it has successfully identified that the image is a portrait of Leonardo da Vinci, which is an Italian polymath of the High Renaissance. And it has also provided us key features which are visible in the portrait, a brief description of all the different features, etc. This is absolutely insane, right? I really wonder what was the data on which they have actually trained the model and how much data was it. Absolute madness. So this was all about image generation along with the text, etc. So since I've already mentioned that it is a multi-model, so in addition to generating the images and playing around with the images, it can also take audios and videos as an input and can provide you information about that too. So here I'm gonna provide it a YouTube video by pasting it the link of the video, and I'm gonna ask it to provide a summary of this video. And you can see that even though the video is really long, but because of the large context length of the Gemini models, it will still take this as an input and will provide us the response. Okay, so within no time, it has provided us a summary of the video, and it has correctly identified all the different things which I have discussed inside the video and have provided them in a brief summary. That's great. Similarly, you can provide it any video or any audio podcast that you want, and it will provide you a summary of this, or you can play around with it to get different types of information from that as well. From all of these different use cases, you can see how incredibly versatile this Gemini model is. It's not just an image generator or an editor, although it totally has the potential to kill Photoshop, but it is also a chatbot. So you can ask it questions, you can chat with it, get it to write stuff for you, but you can also get it to analyze the audios and videos because it is natively multimodal. And the best part is that it is free and easily available to everyone in the Google AI Studio. So I highly encourage all of you to try it out for yourself and let me know in the comments what you think about it. But that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.